Red light. You got it? Okay. All right, it's time for the August 4th Planning Commission regular meeting. First thing we do is appoint voting members. We are down several regular members tonight, so we have two alternates, both Scott and Mark, and they will both be voting tonight unless we get more regular members in. But our priority right now is that Mark is first, you're second, so if somebody comes, but it doesn't look like it. We only got four right now. All right, first item on the agenda is the minutes of the July 21st.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting from July 21st as written.
Okay, is there a second to that?
I'll second.
I'll make one comment. My last name, in here it has small v for van. It's a capital V for van.
I have one question. One thing I noticed, what time did the meeting conclude? Should that know?
Yeah, that wasn't put there. It
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
was by 8 o'clock. I know
Oh, yeah.
that.
Okay.
It was a short meeting. All right, we'll go on. Do I have I have accepted,
Just call the motion.
all those in favor of accepting the minutes as written?
Aye.
Abstain, was not here.
Abstain. You weren't here, that's right. So, we're here for a new business. We got a lot line merger in front of us for 777 Federal Road to merge with 763. Come up and talk to us about it?
Thank you so much.
Two big ones. Thanks.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Commission members. I'm Carl Nielsen. I'm a representative for the people that own 77 Federal. It's Tom Briggs, and he owns a number of companies. You may remember back when the Renaissance had been approved on that piece of property. The reason why was before you today, we're looking for a modification to that approval. And for us to be able to do that, the stipulation in the original approval, the lot lines between the two pieces of property have to be merged to become conforming in zoning.
Okay.
That's why we're here, and that's why you have the information before.
So basically what you're doing is, from what I can see on the map, you're getting rid of, and we got you got it there. The old property line which runs along here,
Yes, sir.
that's all disappear,
Yes.
and it's gonna be
It's all gonna be all one piece.
all one piece.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the new dimensions, Mr. Chairman? I'll note in the record how big the lots
Yeah,
will be
wanna
now.
tell us, you got the size of the lots there? It's gonna be he's got one there, and I don't know where the other one is.
The original 777 was 4.3 acres, and 763 was 0.52.
Okay.
So I'll add .52 to the original 77. Okay. Anybody got questions for this gentleman here? You don't have to tell us, but what is the reason for doing this?
In the original zoning approvals for the Renaissance, for the
Right.
building that's now looking to be reapproved. But what we're also looking to do is the daycare center would love to stay on the piece of property.
Yeah,
So what we did, we ask for a site plan modification to the original approval to allow the daycare center to remain on the property.
Okay,
And then we're moving forward with that. That's known as
all right.
an amendment to the original app.
Now, in the paperwork that you have submitted, both these are owned by the same company now?
They're owned by the same LLCs, yes.
Right,
There's a number of LLCs.
all right, so this is truly a merger is what we're doing. Okay,
And all of the supporting paperwork you have.
yeah, and that's all the, it looks like most of the paperwork is there. Questions from anybody here?
No.
Okay, according to what our attorney, former attorney, Tom Beecher said, when a lot merger is done, when the planning commission approves a merger, it should condition the approval upon the fact that the chairman, me, will not assign the Mylar map until the applicant provides an original merger deed, properly prepared, and a signed conveyance tax form. Copies of those are already in the package, I know. And Mylar and check to cover the cost of recording both the deed and Mylar and Brookfield land records. So if we approve this now, those things will have to be brought into the land use office.
Yes, and we realize that. And we
Yeah,
know
so that-
And we couldn't do that before we approved it. with the
Because
Mylar next
what they
meeting.
normally do is, the applicants, when we approve these type of activities, they'll usually give me a call. I'm retired, so they'll give me a call, and usually the same day that the applicant brings it in, if I'm around, I take care of it. Every now and then I'm out of town, but usually it's within a day or two when you bring it into the land use office.
Yeah, well, I'll either bring it in tomorrow or Monday.
Hearing no comments? Any problem with the mergers? I have none. I mean, it makes sense.
No.
Looks good.
Okay, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the lot line merger of 777 with 763. Can I have that motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Mark makes the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
A second from Renee. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so you want me to repeat that again, what you need to do, or you're all set?
I'm not-
Okay. Thank you very much for coming in. Now, we're into correspondence, guys. Quick claim deed here. Most of our packet today is, it's a lot line. Here we go. All right. On the 19th of July, Economic Development Commission had a meeting. When I go through their notes, there were a couple things that jumped out for comment by me. Greg Dombrowski mentioned that Amazon Fresh is now projected to open in the winter of 2022. And Dairy Queen, which obviously didn't open in the spring of 2022, has supply chain issues at this point in time. So that's going on. They're exploring an idea for helping veterans out in a new site called Outreach Program. It helps veterans who are doing business, and it's a website. And they're investigating whether they're going to join that or not. They had a ribbon cutting grand opening for Four Corners Nutrition. Coming up in the fall is the Best of Brookfield event on October 12th. Yankee Fair and Craft Center Design Open House on, again, October 4th. There will be no block party this year. Greg also gave a streetscape update rather. Phase 3 construction is 50% complete. The completion date is targeted for October 11th, so a lot of things are happening in October in town. Phase 3 is working at a high pace. It's still on budget and coming along nicely. Old Route 7 is going to be closed for quite some time. Phase 3 also includes the pocket part that we talked about months ago. Phase 4 and Phase 6 are on hold pending the Still River Green Trail study recommendations. They're trying to find out what is the most cost-effective and practical route to connect the trail to the New Milford Trail system. And the DOT has approved the grocery store's application for a new traffic light, creating an intersection at Laurel Hill Road and Federal Road. So, well, more light on that Route 7 strip, or 202, whatever you want to call it. Also, they're going to have a new medical center in that area, Danbury Hospital Imaging Center. The goal is to finish Phase 5 by the summer of 2023. So there were several things that jumped out at me at that. Anybody got any more comments about the EDC minutes? If not, I'll move on.
So I saw the part about where they're doing construction where Dairy Queen is.
Yep.
Where exactly where is the Starbucks going? Because it said
They're
that.
talking about,
Next door, I believe.
Okay.
did he give you the answer?
Just south of the Dairy Queen, right at
Just
the
south.
corner of where the driveway is for BJ's.
Okay,
And they started construction
Okay.
on this already?
No.
Okay.
okay.
Interesting.
Thank you, Fran.
Thanks.
All right, we'll move on to inland wetlands. Pretty much business as usual for me as I went through this. Nothing jumped out at me that I had a comment about, but if anybody else is going through it and had comments, feel free to jump in. They are talking about updating the regulations. It's a tabled item right now, but a lot of this was residential stuff that's going on. Okay. We'll move on. Oh, they had an informal discussion about beaver dam removal guides. It's always a fun thing. I remember a former land use guy, a town engineer, used to have fun breaking up the beaver dams. Do you have that kind of fun too?
I've had countless experience removing beaver dams. Yeah, but, it's hard to follow guidelines because
Right.
when people's properties are being flooded and property.
Well, maybe you may want to participate in that discussion as they go on with
Yeah,
it.
until somebody complains how we do it, then I will continue, but seriously, sometimes those dams, back up the water so bad where people's property is in jeopardy and you need to get them removed like ASAP. So
Yeah.
there's very little you can do to
Yeah,
it.
that's especially along Meadow Hill Road in the back there.
Pownell's notorious.
I've seen several of
I
them down
haven't-
there.
Distance back of my
Farm
property.
Road, the state property over there is at a number, it seems like they go in cycles, it's like,
Yeah.
they go from one location to the next.
Animals are animals, you can't control them.
No, but I'll tell you what, I've seen a beaver in action and it's amazing what they could do to a tree. How fast seriously, a tree's like 10 inches in diameter, they'll take it down in like less than a day.
Yeah,
It's like amazing.
good.
Cheaper.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't grab with the trees, but they must do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that. I guess that's all the minutes we have. No ZBA, no nothing else. So let me go back to the agenda. Oh, we're at informal discussion then. I think we would like to have a note sent to our new land use attorney, just asking what the status of the Pond Meadows lawsuit is. I think we approved that in 2017, and the applicant wasn't happy with our approval. They took us to court, and Tom Beecher was working on it. And every now and then, he would give us an update on it. This is near you, Mark. It's down the road. It's Stony Hill Road, a little bit further
Oh,
down.
this is 70 Stony Hill? Okay, I know where that, it's across
Yeah.
from Wisconsin, right?
Across from West Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah, that built property there. We haven't heard anything in over a year. Just wondering whether, if we can get an update, if that suit is still pending or everything else. Like I said, we used to get updates about once every 6 months from Tom Beecher, but we haven't had anything in a long time. So,
What exactly did they intend to build on that lot?
they were talking about building condos on that,
Condos, okay.
yeah.
You know
They
how-
were, no, the wetlands, they were upset with wetlands, but the town, the police department and the town engineer at that time, and wanted to line up the entrance to the development with West Wisconsin instead of having it offset. We thought it'd be a much safer situation to do that. However, that does encroach somewhat on wetlands, so the wetlands were a little bit upset with that approach to it. It's, like I said, there were a lot of issues on that thing. I think when we went through it, there was like about a dozen or more issues that we had out there that had to be resolved, or the developer had to resolve to actually go forth with it.
Regarding like drainage
Yeah.
and, okay.
I mean, the owner of that property is the owner of the Chinese restaurant over in Danbury near the lake. I don't remember the name, but
Coup.
Koo, yeah,
Okay.
right, and, they, like I said, it's been for sale for years, but as an approved subdivision, but it's approved with contingencies, and the contingencies have to be satisfied.
Is it also approved for single family if someone wanted to?
No.
build? It's not, okay.
No, as a matter of fact, we thought it'd be better for single family,
Mhm.
but they wanted to get, I believe, 24 units in there, so,
Interesting.
yeah. Anyhow, I'd just like to get an update if we can on that one, Gene. Also on informal discussion, we know that one of our commission members had her husband pass away this week. Just want to let you know that we have sent up some plants, a floral tribute to the funeral home, so that when they have their memorial service, they're going to have a memorial at the funeral home on Saturday from 2 to 5, I believe it is, according to the paper. I will not be there. I have already had commitment for being out of town, but just to let anybody know, so I can go and support Linda, that's what it is. So, that's all I had in my informal discussion. Anybody else?
Have you been approached in any way for comment or action with regard to what's going on with the charter revision? Or do you
Not me.
anticipate that to happen?
I had a brief conversation informally, who's one member of the commission, because we went out to dinner with him. And said we would like to have our words put into it eventually, but haven't heard a thing. I looked quickly the other day to see whether they had much in the way of minutes. I haven't seen anything.
No.
So it's hard to make comments when you don't know what's going on.
Right.
So. Anybody else?
Nope.
No? Well, the Mets are still in first place, and as are the Yankees.
Scores
Maybe,
2-0 now.
maybe a Subway Series after all. Okay, in Linda's absence, would you like to make the motion?
Sure, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a second from Scott. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming out this evening.